This week in Two Wheels Better, thrills and spills from Wayne and Paul at the Sheffield Arena, and a hard ride of the new Honda Firestorm.
Hi and welcome to Two Wheels Better, and this week we're at the Manchester International Motorcycle Show at the 9X Arena. And this wonderful machine I'm sitting on here is a Fireblade. You might not think so first off, but it is, and it's a Korea Fireblade. And this is the plastic kit that's on it. And this gentleman next to me is Mike Lomas, and he's importing these from, of all places, Czechoslovakia. Mike, very unusual looking machine, fantastic machine, I must say. It's really eye-catching. Have you had a lot of interest?
We have so far, yes. It's the sort of thing that will interest sort of Fireblade owners, obviously because it's fitted on a Fireblade. But if you have a Fireblade at the moment, there's nothing really you can part exchange it for to get a better bike, so you may as well bolt on some goodies to make it that little bit different and more personalised to your own taste.
Well, Czechoslovakia isn't a place that you immediately think of for sort of fantastic bike bits. How did you come across this? Where did you first see it?
I first saw it in Germany. I went over to the Cologne Motorcycle Show last year, and I sort of passed this bike as I was walking around the show, sort of did a double take and went back to it, had a word with the guy that owns the actual factory, and we struck up a deal there and then for us to import the actual kits to England.
OK then, Mike, let's start at the front, which seems to be a logical place. What do we got? What makes up this kit?
OK, we start off with the carbon fibre front mudguard, then we move up onto Kevlar and carbon fibre fairing, carbon fibre underbelly pan, then we have a unique feature, we have the fuel tank and seat monocoque, which is all completely made out of carbon fibre, so there's no steel or aluminium fuel tank at all, it's all pure carbon fibre.
So is this an actual tank unit, or is it some bikes that just have a carbon fibre or fiberglass cover over the tank, but this is actually a tank unit?
This is actually a complete tank unit, yes, the same as used on Formula 1 Grand Prix cars.
OK, and then as you said, it's all moulded in one, beautiful bit of kit. How do you get on for actually fitting this?
It is quite difficult to fit it. Obviously we have an experienced team of fitters ourselves back at the motorcycle shop which can do the job for the customer, but it can be self-assembled, but it would take some time.
Tell me, this is a very striking yellow, typical of a lot of sports bikes. I mean, things are either yellow or red. What colours does this come in?
It actually comes in just the pure carbon fibre colour from the factory. Yeah. We've had this one painted up ourselves into yellow. There's also another one here which is metallic silver, but we paint them to any colour requirements the customer needs.
Another unique thing of this, mainly it's a sort of a cosmetic thing, but a very neat exhaust system here, exiting under the rear seat. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. Ducati has started a trend with the sort of twin pipes, but this is a single one. What do you have to do to fit this? Is this a major alteration?
It is quite a difficult thing to achieve, yes. All the pieces come with the kit. It's just a matter of welding a joiner piece onto the stock manifold underneath the bike. Then all the rest of the kit comes with it. And it gives, as you say, this unique single tailpipe exiting through the seat.
Are there any carburation changes needed on it? Does it need rejetting, or is it one for one?
Just one for one, just bolt it on, start it up and ride it away.
Well, it's certainly, I mean, that really is unique, and that swoopy rear light as well reminds me a bit of Star Trek.
Oh, it's a bit of a shark's head at the back there. Yes, I'm trying to get somebody to paint one into Mustang fighter plane colours with the teeth at the side.
Well, I'm talking to Paul here, from Paul Waldron from Waldron Motorcycles, who does just about everything. He's been coming in our shop for ages, and he's always told me about the artwork that he does, and I just assumed he used a felt tip pen and a bit of a stippled brush. Well, he's just proved me different, because you've had a look at this stuff. It's absolutely out of this world. There's pictures on here that look like the photographs. They're that good. So then, Paul, just enlighten us. This was done in a weekend then, was it?
No. It's the bike itself has been taken over a period of time now. We've done 4 months modelling just on the bodywork alone, which is all hand built. The airbrush illustration of it is a month's work again, and then just the painting of it on and above. But this is just a little bit of what we do. We've been in the car job now for 20 years, doing all the shows throughout England, won just about every event, and just changed from one to the other now, in which we do the motorcycles, of which it's a love of mine. and we've just gone with it, really.
So you do it for love, not for money?
No, there's no money in
No,
it.
I know that.
No, it's just very intense, and my third divorce, I think. No. It's about the size of it.
So you're popular with the women as well, are you then?
No.
Yeah. Can I just have a word? Where did you get the girls from for these models?
The reference is from magazines.
Yeah, they're unbelievable. The artwork's phenomenal, but the bike as a creation's quite
That's
a bit of
right,
something.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's
we do
missing
all the
a few
concept.
bits.
We do all the concept side of it. It's just a case of financing it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Amongst the rest, I mean, we do this all day, every day. That's me, that.
Is it?
We do this all day, every day.
Paul's wanted on the phone. Can we listen to this conversation,
no,
please?
switched off.
Oh, hey.
We do this all day, every day, of which, when you're doing it for clients, you don't get to do your own, so it's just
I can
it's
believe
never
it.
completed.
But
And
I mean,
it's been an ongoing thing now for 2 years.
You know, is this the
Yeah,
lightweight
it's just about as
throttle
quick as it
assembly?
goes, that,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
The quick
And
action.
a few bits missing, but
Yeah.
what's the reason for this? Have we just run out of time
Just
or run
money.
out of money?
Just money, really. Yeah, that's where we're at with it. We'll have it all done for the BMF this year, I would imagine.
Well, I think you better send your phone back, mate, and just get a few quid. Just check this out, folks. This is one of Paul's creations yet again. He's got it from scratch. He's produced a helmet from scratch. This is very rare because really it's quite a major production producing a helmet. Glass fibre helmet. I think he's adapted and used a Simpson visor for it. Done obviously the paint job. Yet to do a bit of lining, but just an amazing creation. And reckons he's going to flog the thing for about £199, but obviously not for highway use.
Well, we're now on the Grey Bike stand, Grey Bike magazine. That doesn't have anything to do with the colour of the bikes, it's to do with where the bikes come from. Graham Brown, you're from the magazine. What's it all about, this Grey Bike?
Well, these bikes aren't actually brought into the UK by the main dealers. They're brought in by what are called grey bike dealers. They are models that are available in Japan or America, but not normally brought into the UK. So there's something just a bit different.
So what's the attraction of a grey bike? Why would people want one of these?
Again, it comes to the difference. You look at the two bikes we've got here. They are little 250s, not normally seen on the UK roads. Most bikers like something that bit different. They don't all want to be on that plastic fantastic that everybody's seen. Go along, buy a grey bike. They're a much better price and they're much nicer bikes.
And LJ, you ride one of these grey bikes. What do you ride?
I ride a ZZR 400.
Right, and what's that? I mean, that you wouldn't see one of them normally.
No, they officially import the 11 and the 600, but they don't import the 400.
Right. I mean, but there must be a disadvantage with having a bike that's not normal to the UK. What about parts and things like that?
Well, for my bike personally, most parts are interchangeable between the 400 and the officially imported 6. And you have to discover sort of what kind of engines on the bike as to what parts are available.
And are they cheaper than buying a normal bike?
Some are, some aren't. It depends. If you want a real rarity, then you'll pay a bit more. Right. I mean, the Hornet is a very rare.
If you like speed, acceleration and getting your knee down but can't afford a regular fix in a centrifuge, how about a ride on Honda's new Firestorm? 1997 will, I'm sure, go down in history as the year of the V-twin, and this, the Honda Firestorm, or VTR 1000F to give it its full title, is one way to be different. Honda wanted a sports bike with soul, and it looks as though they've got one. Being a Honda though, build quality will be spot on and reliability taken for granted, so soul could be a little harder to find. Available in February, the Firestorm will cost you just £7,995. Look out for our full road test coming soon. Well, that's all for part one, but be with us after the break because we're staying in the north and you'll see a report from the Sheffield Arena with Paul and Wayne.
Welcome to Two Wheels Better. This week we've come to the magnificent Sheffield Arena. Now, why would 10,000 people buy tickets to come here on a freezing cold Saturday afternoon in January? Well, maybe it's to see Elvis Presley making a comeback, the Spice Girls, Wayne with his karaoke machine. No, it's none of those. They've come to see some of the top trials riders in the world, throwing their bikes over some of the most unbelievable obstacles you could possibly imagine. And Wayne is out inspecting some of the sections.
Just check that out. I thought, to be honest with you, they were coming up an easier ramp this way, but the fact is they're going to come up that ramp you've just had a look at. Not only are they going up that, they're going to jump these here posts as well. They're absolutely stupid. It's taken me 10 minutes to climb up the flipping section, and that's on the easy bit that they're going down. And if you think this is difficult, this is just a run-off thing. This isn't a real test. Check some of these other sections out.
Now, Jake Miller, you're the minder for Steve Colley. Now, you've got a very important job.
Yeah, I mean, most sports now, they have an assistant of some time. In rallying, there's, they have the co-driver, and in golf, they have a caddy. And, the golf player relies very much on the caddy for his information. And the same with, the top-level trials ride now. Our job is, I would class very important for them, especially in an event today where inches are, are important to them. With Steve, it's not really a case of cycling up, especially on home ground. You've got 8,000 or 9,000 British people behind you, and Steve runs on adrenaline, so he'll come up and he'll be in top gear. I have to keep reminding him there's a few other gears in the gearbox, get in first, second gear and use those, slow down, think what he's doing and, ride the sections, because technically he's one of the best riders in the world.
This is Jack Burnackle. Jack, you're the commentator for tonight.
Yeah.
Now, it all looks very spectacular, and it's great fun watching these lads doing the stuff over these obstacles, but there's a serious competition side to this, so exactly how does that work?
Well, this is the first time they've had an official World Indoor Arena Trials Championship this year. 10 rounds in all, through until mid-March in various countries across Europe. And the guys are going for that World Championship. Colomay's won the unofficial one 3 times, so he's going for his 4th Indoor World Championship. The guys have to get across these obstacles without putting their feet down. Put your foot down once, you lose 1 point. Put your foot down twice, 2 points, 3 times 3 points. After that, you lose 5 marks, and that means you've failed the section.
Right.
And also there's a nasty little time element involved. They have to do 6 sections, in 7 minutes,
right,
which is quite a mean schedule when you see the size of the obstacles.
Yeah, so they build awesome looking obstacles, ask them to drive over them, and then tell them to do it against the clock.
Against the clock and without putting their feet down. But believe me, these guys, if anyone is capable of doing it, the guys you'll see here tonight are.
Paul, come on, behave now. Come on, lads. Let us out. Okay, half a lager.
Well, I don't know where he's got to. You don't get that long to... There he is. It's fence down 4 faults Kershaw. Are you a bit tired, mate?
I'm absolutely cream crackered, mate. Yeah, I've just ran these sections.
Well, you only get, these lads on the bikes, they only get 7 minutes to complete 6 sections. So how long does it took you?
45 minutes. Hey, and the thing is, it's three falls, 2 submissions, and I've had a knockout as well.
Well, how do you think these lads feel? They've got to do it with a motor between their legs.
Easy peasy, mate. I've just weighed the job up now, and if I had a bike, if anyone wants to loan me a bike, I feel I could just fly over these things myself.
Well, I might just sort that out for you, Wayne. Actually, call your bluff on that.
No, what I meant was, I don't want you to go out of your way,
right.
Not for me.
Well, should we leave it to the professionals?
Why not?
That's
we
it.
don't want to take the glory away from them.
Not at all, no. So sit back and prepare to be amazed. Lampkin, how many back wheels have you seen collapse before?
Unfortunately, that's the first one I've seen, and it happened to me.
That was amazing. It's something I've never seen that before, ever.
No, I've obviously a few spokes break, but I've never done something like that.
I mean, obviously the bike's all right. We've had that repair, but more importantly, how are you now?
Well, as it landed, obviously the back wheel shattered and it stopped instantly, and I just hit my ribs, the top of my rib cage on the thing, which I was a bit worried about when I'd first done it. Obviously couldn't breathe and everything, but after a couple of minutes sat down, I was all right.
Yeah, and 5 minutes later, you're back on the bike into the next section.
Yeah.
Take some guts, that, Dougie.
That's what we're here for, I'm afraid.
Exactly, and you're in second place at the moment,
yes,
with 1 round place, so you're confident for the rest of the night?
Yeah, I am confident. Obviously, we reverse the sections now for the final, and I'm quietly confident.
Good, well, enjoy your rest, and we'll see you later. Good luck.
Thank you.
During the riders' break, the crowd were treated to a different kind of two wheels entertainment. This is the lunatic Spaniard with the shortest name in the world, Hot P, doing his stuff on a push bike. Well, with all riders suitably refreshed, it was down to the final, and only 4 left to compete. Dougie Lampkin, Steve Colley, Amos Bilbao and Mark Colomay. It was a nail-biting finish. Steve Colley and Dougie Lampkin battled it out all the way, with Yorkshireman Dougie Lampkin finally taking the honours.
Well, that's all from Two Wheels Better this week. I'm on the Kriya. Perhaps you don't need reminding of that. It's a pretty unique bike. I won't be taking it out, but I will be with you next week.